Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, or if you're watching this replay. We're going to try and do this streaming thing again. I keep buying things, hoping that it'll fix my issues. All this damn investing. It should still be lagging. It looks pretty good now. CPU is good. Got my activity monitor. Seeing what the hell is causing my shit to lag. I'm like, any streamers, any people that follow me that are streamers, yo, I'm like, how the hell are people doing this and making it look so easy? Like, I got a pretty good laptop. Now I'm like thinking of getting a PC dedicated to just streaming. So I want some of this streaming bread, man. These people out here making 100 racks a month, multi-millionaires from talking shit on YouTube. I have plenty of thoughts to talk and ideas, and I want some of that bread. I think I have a story to tell and a lot of good things to share. So I think I should be a streamer. So we're gonna see if I really need to buy a whole separate PC and somehow, because I want to be able to make beats and like stream it, you know what I mean? And like good quality type shit. I got the good camera, the good mic. Like, kind of went this far down this journey, and now it gives me anxiety. I'm like, I did not come this far to quit or slow down. So I gotta keep going. It's like the further you swim down the water, it's like ain't no turning back because you just gonna drown. You just might as well keep going and turn into a goddamn mermaid. The stream's current bitrate is higher than recommended. The suggestion, your stream's current bitrate is higher than, we recommend you use a stream of 1,000 kilobytes. Okay. That's good news. Well, I mean, not good news, but that's something. 1,000. I could change that. But anyways, why ask why? YouTube just the internet, like they know everything about us and they put things in our face to control us. You know? If you consider yourself to be conscious, then you have to be open and realize what information is being pushed to us and for what reason, and if it's even true. That's a whole nother thing. But so I'm waking up doing a toxic routine, morning routine of scrolling in my phone as soon as I wake up. I hate when I do it, but it just keeps happening. I guess because I'm a creative. So I open up YouTube and it's this British bloke, random page. For whatever reason, the algorithm decided to put this page in front of my face on this Saturday morning. And this guy is talking things about crime in London, and he's just using words that are suggesting that it's all the immigrants' fault. It's all these, basically, without saying black, but African, Caribbean immigrants that are uh, destroying London and causing all this crime or whatever. I'm not gonna say act like I know the history, but I do know human nature and cause and effect. And I guess watching this page, I don't even want to say the name of the page, but whatever. Watching this page just made me think because he had a gang of people. You know how the internet do. A gang of them egg defaults, blank pages that just spew all sorts of hatred and just like, you know, just things, opinions, whatever, perspectives. And the perspective was, oh, my people had nothing to do with that. My people had nothing to do with your colonization and your slavery and whatnot. I'm like, why is YouTube putting this in front of my face so early this morning? Like, you just want to get me riled up. You want to get my inner Umar Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Khalid Muhammad boiling this morning. Like, why? Like, I'm like, okay, there's an agenda. There's an agenda here for sure to place people against each other. Cause for sure, like, everybody didn't own slaves, and I don't think all of England is responsible for the destruction of. I mean, from what I understand, there's so many countries that were colonized and controlled, and the British Empire destroyed. Because my thing is this is YXY, right? I've been to Jamaica several times, I wasn't born there, and Jamaicans would say, I'm lucky I wasn't born there. And then when I go down there, I'm like, like the type of poverty and violence is not natural. It's just not natural for humans. I'm not gonna say all of Jamaica is evil, but the type of evil that is committed on that island, and poverty and violence, it's just not natural. It's not like I don't see like humans naturally being that. So something like that is created. It's orchestrated. It's programmed. So my natural curious ass self always to loves to ask why. Like, why are things the way they are? And I ask why, I guess, because of my family dynamic, and I can't help but use my thinking conscious brain to be like, oh well, why are things the way they are? Why am I the way I am now? And then psychology tells you to study your history and your family dynamic. And I'm like, well, my family came from this background, and why are they the way they are? Why were their parents the way they are? Why? It's just like, yo, after a while, man, you just gotta like, why ask why? 50 Cent said that shit simply and as best as such a such a simple yet deep line. It is what it is, my nigga. YXY. Like certain things, it's just like, because this guy on YouTube was basically saying like history debunked, and like, oh, really what it was he was just encouraging his fellow Brits to not feel guilty. It's just like the white guilt was coming through, and he was just like, don't feel guilty. Like, there's nothing to feel guilty about. Like, blah, blah, blah. Basically, that's his whole thing. And people were just in there, I don't feel guilty. I'm proud to be a British person, and I'm white and proud, and these, that, and the other. And I'm like, man, if you only witness the atrocities that happen in the name of white supremacy, I'm like, are there any humans left? Is there any empathy? But YXY, man, shit's so complicated and deep. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know exactly what happened or why Jamaica is the way it is, why white and black and all these stupid races. Like, I'm tired of this race shit. I'm tired of just, yeah, whoever created race and said that we're different because of language and culture and the fucking weather, like the level, the amount of sun that determines how dark a human is and how light a person is. Like, it's like they really did us in with this one. Because of course there were poor whites in England. I mean, in England and Europe, and famine and all this shit. I mean, I think that's why they went and colonized all these places, because of the starvation that was going on there. And why they had to rape and pillage and colonize, because like that's what the hungry do. And I guess like that's why crime is the way it is, you know? I mean, the crime in London is worse than New York, from what I understand, especially with the kids, or at least as far as the amount, not the types of crime, but the amount of crime and robbery and knife crime and shit. Like, it's worse than New York, and it's cause and effect. And I don't know why, and I don't even. I want my brain to stop asking why. Like, my same curious brain that became conscious and like and my same curious brain that became conscious and eagerness to learn it's 10 in the morning. My brain is on, you know, my in the morning time, I'm fucking Albert Einstein in the morning. I tell you. My brain, I start getting a little retarded, like close to 5 p.m. My shit's just whatever. But yeah, that same eagerness to learn can also just set you up in a trap, like, because there's just things that is just unexplained. You can't figure it out. There's no way. Like, none of us were there. We don't even really know what happened. I do know that Black people worldwide are mistreated and looked upon a certain way because of history and because of what was programmed. And then Black people look at white people a certain way, and it's just like, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to think about it no more. I wish I wasn't conscious. Like, I just want to live a normal ass life and live. And I guess it gets to the point where you just got to stop digging down the goddamn rabbit hole. So I'm trying to figure out why. Just live life. It's funny. I just talked to my dad. It's his birthday, and the amount of joy in that man's voice, and you know, he's living through Christ, and it got me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not religious, but I'm like, man, this Christ thing really got you like happy all the time. And I don't think it only has to be through Christ, but I'm like, man, I want to be like that, because he's just to the point where he's like, listen, the older you get, you just stop caring. Nothing's gonna bother you. Like, you don't have time or energy, and it's just like you realize that, like, stop stressing over dumb shit. And I'm just like, yo, you be giving me some gems, even though I despised you growing up. But yeah, stop asking why so goddamn much. Just live life. And that's my message. / test to see how the stream is gonna run and if it's gonna be laggy. I'm seeing YouTube telling me to turn my bitrate down, so I'm going to try that for the next stream. Maybe one day I could go live and actually create. But anyways, thank you for watching, tuning in. Help a brother out with some tips, information on how to improve my stream. If you are a nerd like me. And one love, peace, shout out to everybody tuning in. New music coming soon. What it sound like.